Hey guys, I know it's been a while. It's been a bit of a week. So I'm sick and I'm also preparing for a vacation coming up in a few days. Pretty much a free vacation, like free flight. I have a free board because I'm staying with my uncle, so it's gonna be nice. You're probably gonna see some shorts of that. I can't exactly upload while I'm there, but I'm gonna try and upload again before I leave. But um, some other things were happening too, but primarily I went through something recently and I feel like a geriatric fuck about it, but you'll see what it is and feel free to make fun of me. I don't care. It was really devastating to me when it was happening and for a little bit after, but at this point it's just fucking funny to me. So I get a message when I'm in the bathroom at like 3 a.m. and it's from somebody that like I know of and I've known of them for a long time, but I don't like talk to them. So I didn't know if they'd have like a project or something going on. So they messaged me and asked me if I wanted to check out their game that they've been working on with some people, and I said sure because I'm a VTuber. I play games, including indie games, so I was excited that I would know somebody who suggested a game to me. So I go to their website and I download it and it doesn't seem to be running. So I message them and I'm like, oh, I'll check it out in the morning. So, don't worry about it. So I started to notice that like my chats were closing like one by one and I'm like, that's weird. Do I have a bug? So I start looking it up and I can't find anything about a bug like that on Discords, but I didn't really think much of it at this time because I'm like, okay, that's just weird. I'll have to deal with that in the morning. Then I get a notification that Izumi Minano or something like that accepted your friend request. I don't know who this is. This was just, obviously it was a burner account, but I had no idea who it was and I was like, oh shit, somebody's in my account. I didn't send that friend request. And so I start freaking out and it's like a little past 3 in the morning. I don't know what to do. I clearly got hacked and I start I check and I see that like some of my servers are also disappearing too. So then I get a DM from that account that added me, and they send me all of my logins and passwords, and they ask me for $300 to get my stuff back. So I start freaking out, and I was like, they said they were watching me. My camera and my mic weren't on, but I didn't know if there was a way they could be watching me without that. I just didn't know, but it didn't seem accurate. But I unplugged it anyways, just to be safe. And then I didn't trust any of my socials or anything like that, but I was like, I need to contact somebody. So I called somebody important to me and I was walking through with them on what to do and they suggested I call the cops. So I do. Nothing really came from that. When they arrived, she just told me to not give them money and also just kind of stayed with me while I was like freaking out about it. And I was trying to keep the hacker occupied by responding being like, oh, you'll get your money. I need to get the money first. Like, I don't have enough money for this, which I didn't. But even if I were to have enough, I wouldn't pay them because that just makes it worse. But I'm just toying them around hey, you'll get your money, just wait. Because I didn't know how much power they had. I was advised to change my passwords, so I changed my passwords to PayPal and my bank first, and then I went through social medias, and I was leaving Discord for last because I could see they tried to get into my email linked to my Discord and it failed. So I was like, okay, I think they only have Discord, to my knowledge. So I'm saving that for last so they don't notice. But there was somebody from Turkey and I clicked the session and then I changed my password and I haven't seen them come back in since. But I was freaking out because I'm like, oh my god, somebody was in my account. They had access to everything. And I had a private server. Don't... I know it's dumb. You don't have to tell me it's dumb. I've learned my lesson. But my private server had my passwords in it for things. And that's not the only place I got the passwords from because the program was actually downloaded on my computer. And they had anything that I had saved on my computer for passwords because they had sent me things like Taobao and games. And I didn't have those in my private server. So I was like, okay, I don't know where they're getting their passwords from. It was a mix of my private server and my PC. So they actually hid my private server from me. I thought they just straight up stole it. But I found it in a cluster of game servers I was in. They'd thrown it down there so I probably couldn't go and delete my stuff or delete my server. So I was freaking out because I'm like, or can they be in there without me seeing it? Seems like they can't be in there without me seeing it. I checked for webhooks, there was nothing. So what I did was I just screenshot all my passwords in there and then I, purged the server. It's gone. Don't do that. I thought I was smart enough to not get hacked by somebody and that nobody would see that server. No, I'm a fucking moron, dude. The thing is that people do this because it works. People, like, you know, fish accounts like this because it works, and people fall for it. While they were, like, still in access to my things, they had actually sent me a link for where to give them the money and buy what they wanted. They wanted me to buy them 3 $100 Visa gift cards, which I was like, oh shit, buddy. If I would have done that, they would have stolen my credit card info. So what we had also done was we had done a restore on my computer and made sure the program was gone before the restore. So it uninstalled everything. Hence why, it's been really annoying setting things up, and I hope this sounds okay. Because I had to re-download every single program, and I've had to set up every single thing again. And OBS, my editing software, my tracking software, like everything. I didn't have anything anymore, obviously, because of the restore. We did, like, an antivirus scan and everything, and I've done a couple since then, and it seems all good. I've also checked my bank accounts and everything. Everything's fine. But I woke up the next afternoon, because I went to bed around like 7 a.m. and I had to call into work. But I went through and changed every single one of my passwords. Now, I was actually going crazy. Like, I was in a panic attack pretty much, besides that, like, brief moment sleeping. I was pretty much just straight in a panic attack since 3 a.m. So I made every single password different. And I have a journal that I'm gonna eventually, like, change my passwords again and make that journal obsolete. But I just needed to make sure everything was different at that time because I was paranoid and I wanted to quench the paranoia. So I needed to go take a break. I went and got some pho. I got some weird ice cream. Like, it was goat cheese and honeycomb. Does that sound good to you? It didn't really sound good to me, but I was curious and I'm like, let me sample that. It was so good. So I got my weird ass ice cream and that helped calm me down a bit, but like I was still changing passwords while I was eating my pho, so not 100% success rate. I was also just like, I was in a bad place mentally with that because I felt so stupid. So stupid. I couldn't believe that I would fall for something like that when I usually, like, I would be like, you know, like, oh, like, these scams are so obvious. How do people do that? Well, it was... I guess I'm the moron, too. I got a hold of the person who, whose account was compromised, and they're unable to get back into anything that was linked with their email because the hacker got into their email, so their Discord, amongst other things, are just gone. So hopefully they'll be fine. They seem to be okay. I think they just, like, cut ties with their accounts and they're fine. But that was terrifying, man, and I don't ever want to go through that again, so, Grandma Vicky's gonna have to brush up on some internet safety, I guess. Hopefully this is actually my second time recording this, because again, I've had to set up everything, and I didn't realize that my recording software automatically puts a mic, so I fucked up. I fucked up real bad. I'm gonna be on vacation soon, so you're probably only gonna see, like, shorts, but it's been nice to be, like, you know, everything back to normal. I have full access to all of my accounts. Everything's fine. Like, we got out of it scot-free! More of a life lesson than anything. But yeah, I'm gonna not use an end card because I'd have to set that up right now, and I don't feel like it. So, just thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this was at least entertaining, but we'll see you guys in the next video then. Bye!